Sometimes, figuring out if a guy sees you as more than just a friend can feel confusing. You may find yourself overanalyzing his actions, questioning his words, and wondering if you're imagining things. One moment, he's acting like your best friend, and the next, he's doing something that makes your heart skip a beat. So, how can you tell if he actually has feelings for you? The truth is, when a guy wants to be more than friends, he won't always say it outright, but his actions will speak louder than words. Men often express their emotions in subtle, indirect ways, especially if they're unsure about how you feel in return. They might not come right out and confess their love, but their behavior will shift in ways that reveal their true intentions. From the way he looks at you to how he reacts when you mention other guys, there are countless little signs that indicate he's interested in something more than friendship. One of the biggest indicators is how much effort he puts into being around you. A guy who likes you will find ways to spend time alone with you, initiate conversations, and prioritize you over others. He won't treat you the same way he treats his other friends. His attention, energy, and presence will feel different when it comes to you. Even the way he interacts in group settings will be telling. He may gravitate toward you, subtly find ways to touch you, or make sure you're included in conversations. Another major clue is his level of emotional investment. If he listens closely when you talk, remembers small details about you, and offers emotional support like a boyfriend would, it's a sign he sees you as someone special. Most guys won't put in that kind of effort unless they have genuine feelings. If he's there for you during tough times, checks in on you when you're upset, and makes an effort to cheer you up, he's not just being a good friend. He's showing that he cares in a deeper way. Physical cues also play a big role in revealing his feelings. Deep, meaningful eye contact, finding excuses to touch you, and getting jealous when you talk about other guys are all signs that he sees you as more than just a friend. A guy who's only interested in friendship won't react strongly if you mention another guy, but if he likes you, you'll notice small changes in his mood, body language, or the way he tries to steer the conversation away from the topic. Finally, one of the biggest giveaways is the way he talks about the future. If he drops hints about doing things together down the road, jokingly imagines what it would be like if you were a couple, or subtly includes you in his long-term plans, it's because he's already picturing a future with you in it. Even small comments about how you'd make a great girlfriend or how you two have great chemistry can be his way of expressing his feelings without directly saying it. At the end of the day, actions don't lie. If he's consistently showing signs that go beyond friendship, chances are he wants something more. But he may be waiting for the right moment or the right signal from you to make his move. 1. He texts you first most of the time. When a guy frequently texts you first, it's a strong indication that he wants to be more than just friends. This behavior shows that you are on his mind and that he genuinely enjoys talking to you. If he is consistently reaching out, it means he is making an effort to keep the conversation going, which is not something people do casually unless they have a deeper interest. Texting first also reflects a certain level of emotional investment. If he is the one initiating most conversations, it suggests that he is eager to hear from you and isn't just responding out of politeness. It's his way of maintaining a connection, ensuring that there is never too much distance between interactions. When someone likes you, they subconsciously want to be present in your life, even in small ways like sending a message to start the day or checking in on you randomly. The frequency and consistency of his messages also matter. If he only texts you first occasionally, it could just be friendliness, but if he does it regularly and finds reasons to talk to you every day, it's a sign that he values your presence. He might text you good morning, send you memes that remind him of you, or ask about your day without any specific reason. This is his way of staying connected and showing that he is thinking about you even when you're not around. Another key factor is the type of messages he sends. If he is only texting about practical things like school or work, then it might just be convenience. But if he is texting you with no real purpose other than to chat, share something personal, or ask how you're doing, that's a clear sign of emotional interest. Additionally, if he notices when you take longer to reply and asks if something is wrong or why you were away, It means he cares about your responses. He doesn't just text you and move on. He is actually waiting for your reply and values the conversation. All these behaviors together indicate that he wants more than just friendship. Texting first is a small but powerful way of expressing interest, and when done consistently, it reveals his deeper feelings for you. 2. He finds excuses to touch you casually. When a guy likes you, he will often find small, seemingly innocent ways to touch you casually. These touches may not be overt or obvious, but they are intentional. Physical contact is one of the strongest indicators of attraction, and if he is making an effort to close the physical gap between you, it's a clear sign that he wants to be more than just friends. He might brush against your arm while walking, place his hand on your back when guiding you through a crowded place, or playfully nudge you during a conversation. These small gestures are his way of creating a connection without making it too obvious. Unlike regular friendly touches, his will likely feel more personal and linger just a little longer than necessary. Another subtle sign is if he initiates physical contact even when there is no real reason to do so. He might fix your hair, high-five you, but hold on to your hand a little longer, or lightly touch your knee while laughing. These gestures may seem playful or accidental, but they are actually his way of testing boundaries and gauging your reaction. If you respond positively, he will likely become even more comfortable with initiating physical closeness. Additionally, body language plays a big role in understanding his intentions. If he leans in when talking to you, sits close even when there is plenty of space, or finds reasons to be near you, it suggests that he enjoys being physically close to you. People naturally create space between themselves and those they see as just friends, but if he's always finding ways to be in your personal space, it's a strong indication of romantic interest. If he gets slightly nervous or flustered after touching you, it's another giveaway that his actions are more than just friendly. A casual friend wouldn't overthink simple touches, but someone who likes you might hesitate slightly or smile in a way that suggests he's aware of the moment. Ultimately, these small but intentional touches show that he is trying to build physical chemistry. If you notice him doing this consistently, it's likely because he sees you as more than just a friend and is looking for ways to deepen your connection. 3. He gets jealous when you talk about other guys. When a guy has feelings for you, he may not openly admit it, but his reactions will often reveal the truth. One of the biggest signs that he wants to be more than just friends is jealousy, especially when you talk about other guys. Even if he tries to hide it, his body language, tone of voice, and overall behavior will give away his true emotions. You might notice subtle changes in his attitude when you mention another guy, whether it's someone you find attractive, a male friend, or even an ex. His facial expressions might shift, his energy might drop slightly, or he could become unusually quiet. Instead of engaging in the conversation normally, he may seem distracted, frustrated, or even try to change the topic. This reaction happens because he sees competition, and even if he hasn't expressed his feelings directly, he doesn't like the idea of you being interested in someone else. Sometimes, his jealousy may show in a more playful or teasing way. He might make sarcastic remarks like, "Oh, so he's your type now," or "I bet he's not as funny as me." This kind of teasing is often his way of masking his jealousy while still trying to gauge how serious you are about the other guy. If he brushes off the topic with a forced laugh or an eye roll, it's likely because he doesn't want to seem too obvious. But deep down, it bothers him. In some cases, he might even start comparing himself to the guy you mentioned, or subtly trying to prove that he's the better choice. He might suddenly highlight his own strengths or achievements, or even start mentioning other girls to see how you react. This is a subconscious way of testing if you feel the same jealousy for him that he feels for you. If he's especially close to you, his jealousy might be more direct. He might ask more questions about the guy, act more protective, or even warn you about him, sometimes without any real reason. This isn't necessarily because he dislikes the other person, but because he doesn't want to lose his chance with you. Jealousy is a natural response when emotions are involved, and if he consistently reacts this way whenever you talk about other guys, It's a strong sign that he sees you as more than just a friend. 4. He remembers small details about you. When a guy remembers small details about you, it's a clear sign that he values you and is paying close attention. Most people tend to forget minor things unless they are genuinely interested. So if he recalls tiny details about your life, it means you are important to him. You might mention something casually in a conversation, your favorite coffee order, a childhood memory, or a random fact about your day, and later he brings it up again. This shows that he's not just hearing you, he's actually listening and storing that information because it matters to him. A friend might forget what you said in passing, but someone who likes you will hold on to even the smallest details. It's even more telling when he remembers things that you yourself have forgotten mentioning. Maybe you once talked about a book you wanted to read, and weeks later, he asks if you got a chance to read it. Or perhaps you told him about an important event coming up, and he later checks in to see how it went. These small moments reveal that he is paying attention to you in a way that goes beyond casual friendship. Another key sign is when he uses these details to make you feel special. He might surprise you with your favorite snack, send you a song you once mentioned loving, or even adjust his plans based on something you said you like. This kind of effort means he not only listens, but also wants to make you happy. Even subtle details, like remembering your birthday without a reminder, or recalling your favorite movie, show a deeper level of care. When a guy consistently picks up on and values the little things about you, it's because he sees you as more than just a friend. 5. He tries to impress you in subtle ways. When a guy likes you, he will naturally want to impress you. But instead of making it too obvious, he will do it in subtle ways. He won't directly say, "Look how amazing I am," but his actions, words, and behavior will all be aimed at catching your attention and making you see him in a special way. One of the most common ways he tries to impress you is by talking about his achievements, but in a casual, non-bragging manner. He might mention a recent success at work, a skill he's proud of, or an experience that makes him seem interesting. If he's into fitness, he might subtly bring up his gym routine. If he's creative, he might casually talk about a project he's working on. The key here is that he wants you to see his strengths without making it seem like he's showing off. Another subtle way he impresses you is through his behavior around you. You may notice that he stands up straighter, speaks more confidently, or becomes more careful with his words when you're around. If he's in a group setting, he might try to be the funniest, the most knowledgeable, or the most helpful person in the room, just to catch your attention. He may also go out of his way to be kind and considerate in ways that stand out. He might offer to help you with something, remember things that are important to you, or show his protective side when needed. His goal is to show that he's reliable, capable, and someone you can depend on. Pay attention to how he reacts when you compliment him. If he seems extra happy or a little flustered, it's because your opinion matters to him. He wants you to see him in a good light, and your approval boosts his confidence. Ultimately, his small, calculated efforts to impress you aren't just random actions. They are signs that he sees you as someone special and wants you to see him the same way. 6. He makes an effort to spend time alone with you. When a guy is interested in you, he will actively seek opportunities to spend time alone with you. This isn't just about convenience, it's intentional. Instead of always interacting in a group setting, he will look for moments where he can have your full attention and connect with you on a deeper level. You might notice that he often suggests hanging out just the two of you, even if it's something simple like grabbing coffee, running an errand together, or staying behind after a group activity. These situations allow him to be himself around you without distractions or competition for your attention. If he values one-on-one time with you more than casual group hangouts, it's a strong sign that he sees you as more than just a friend. Another clue is how he reacts when you're in a group. Does he naturally position himself closer to you? Does he find reasons to pull you aside for a private conversation? If he consistently tries to create these moments, it shows that he enjoys your company in a way that goes beyond normal friendship. Even small efforts, like walking you to your car, offering to help with something when no one else is around, or suggesting plans where it's just the two of you, indicate that he wants to build a personal connection. When a guy is romantically interested, he doesn't just wait for time with you, he creates it. 7. He gives you deep, meaningful eye contact. When a guy is interested in you, his eyes will say more than his words ever could. Deep, meaningful eye contact is one of the strongest, subconscious ways someone expresses attraction. It's not just about looking at you, it's about the way he looks at you. If he holds eye contact longer than usual, especially in moments of silence, it's a clear sign that he feels a connection. Unlike casual glances between friends, his gaze will be more intense, as if he's trying to understand you or communicate something unspoken. This type of eye contact creates a sense of intimacy and chemistry, even without words. You might also notice that his pupils dilate slightly when he looks at you, which is a biological response to attraction. He may glance at your lips while you talk, or give you soft, lingering looks when he thinks you're not noticing. If you catch him staring and he quickly looks away or smiles, it means he was lost in the moment, admiring you without even realizing it. Another strong sign is if he maintains eye contact during emotional or personal conversations. This shows that he's fully engaged and values what you're saying. Eye contact is a powerful way of building a connection, and if he's consistently locking eyes with you in a deep, meaningful way, it's because he feels something more than friendship. 8. He playfully teases you more than others. When a guy likes you, he will often tease you playfully as a way of creating a fun, flirty dynamic. This isn't the same as being mean or rude. It's light-hearted, meant to make you laugh, and a way for him to grab your attention. If he teases you more than he does with others, it's a strong sign that he feels something special for you. His teasing might come in the form of playful name-calling, joking about your habits, or making fun of something small in a way that makes you smile rather than feel bad. For example, if you always order the same drink, he might joke, "Wow, living on the edge, I see." Or if you trip slightly, he might laugh and say, "Graceful as always." The key is that his teasing is never harsh, it's meant to create a bond. Another sign is how he reacts after teasing you. If he quickly follows up with a smile, a laugh, or even a soft touch on your arm, it means he's trying to build a connection, not actually criticize you. He may also tease you as a way to test your response. If you play along and tease him back, it shows that you enjoy the playful energy, which encourages him to flirt more. Pay attention to whether he teases others the same way. If he treats you differently, teasing you more often or in a more personal way, it's because he sees you as someone special. Playful teasing is often a guy's way of flirting while keeping things fun and light-hearted. If he does it consistently, he's likely hoping to turn that playful chemistry into something more. 9. He compliments you in a way that feels personal. When a guy likes you, his compliments will feel different from the usual, generic ones you get from others. Instead of saying something simple like, "You look nice today," he will compliment you in a way that feels personal and thoughtful, like he truly notices and appreciates the little things about you. His compliments might go beyond just your physical appearance. He might say things like, "I love how passionate you are about your work," or "You have the best sense of humor. You always make me laugh." These kinds of compliments show that he's paying attention to who you are as a person, not just how you look. Even when he does compliment your appearance, it won't be in a basic or overused way. Instead of just saying you look pretty, he might point out something unique, like "That color really suits you," or "Your smile is seriously contagious." This type of compliment feels more special because it shows that he's genuinely admiring you, not just saying something out of habit. Another sign is how often he compliments you and whether he does it in a way that feels sincere. If he randomly tells you something nice without any reason or occasion, it's because he truly means it. If he also remembers past compliments he gave you or brings them up again later, it means those thoughts about you stuck in his mind. The biggest giveaway is how you feel when he compliments you. If his words make you feel truly seen, appreciated, and special, it's because they come from a place of real admiration. When a guy gives you meaningful compliments that feel personal, it's his way of showing you that he sees you in a way that others don't, and that's a strong sign he wants more than just friendship. 10. He supports you emotionally like a boyfriend would. When a guy likes you, he will naturally start supporting you in a way that feels more like a boyfriend than just a friend. He won't just be there for fun moments. He will also show up when you need emotional support, encouragement, or simply someone to listen. You might notice that he checks in on you when you're having a bad day, offering comfort and reassurance without you even having to ask. If something is bothering you, he genuinely wants to know what's wrong and how he can help. Unlike a casual friend who might just say, "That sucks," and move on, he will take the time to really listen and make sure you feel better. He may also encourage you to chase your dreams, believe in yourself, and push through challenges. If you mention being nervous about a big presentation, he might say, "You've got this. I know you'll do amazing." If you're doubting yourself, he'll remind you of your strengths and why you're capable of succeeding. His support isn't just surface level. He truly cares about your happiness and wants to see you succeed. Another sign is how he reacts when you're struggling. If he goes out of his way to cheer you up, whether by making you laugh, offering advice, or even just being there silently, it's because your feelings matter to him. He might offer to help with something that's stressing you out, or he might stay up late just to talk to you if you're feeling down. A big clue is how consistent his support is. If he's always there when you need him, even when it's inconvenient for him, it's because he sees you as more than just a friend. A guy who's emotionally invested will make an effort to be your safe space, just like a boyfriend would. When a guy supports you in this way, it's a strong sign that he doesn't just care about you. He's deeply invested in your happiness and well-being, which is something that goes beyond friendship. 11. He notices and reacts when you change your look. When a guy likes you, he pays attention to even the smallest changes in your appearance, things that most people wouldn't notice. If you change your hairstyle, wear a new outfit, or even just do your makeup a little differently, he'll react in a way that shows he's been paying attention to how you normally look. His reaction might be immediate and verbal, like, "Did you do something different with your hair? It looks nice," or "That dress looks really good on you." The fact that he notices and comments on it means he's paying close attention to the details of your appearance, which is something most people don't do unless they have a deeper interest. Even if he doesn't say something outright, his body language might give it away. He might do a double take when he sees you, stare just a little longer than usual, or smile in a way that suggests he really likes what he's seeing. Some guys get slightly flustered or act more awkward when they're caught off guard by how attractive you look. Another subtle sign is if he brings up past looks or styles you've worn before. He might say, "I really liked that blue dress you wore last time," or "Your hair looked really cute when you curled it the other day." This means he not only notices your changes but also remembers them, which is a sign of genuine interest. If he consistently picks up on small changes in your look and reacts positively, it's because he's seeing you in a way that goes beyond just friendship. He's not just looking at you, he's admiring you. 12. He drops hints about a future together. When a guy likes you, he will subtly, or sometimes not so subtly, drop hints about a future together. These hints can come in different forms, from casual jokes to more serious statements, but the underlying message is the same. He's imagining a life with you in it. One common way he does this is by joking about the two of you as a couple. He might playfully say, "Imagine if we were dating. Who do you think would annoy the other first?" Or, "We'd make a pretty good team, don't you think?" Even if he says it in a light-hearted way, these comments are often his way of testing your reaction and seeing if you're open to the idea. He might also talk about future plans that include you. If he casually says things like, "We should go on a road trip together someday," or "You have to come to this concert with me next year," it's a sign that he's thinking about spending time with you long term. A guy who only sees you as a friend won't necessarily plan that far ahead, But if he's interested in something more, he'll naturally start imagining future experiences with you. Another strong hint is when he brings up relationship topics in a way that makes it clear he's thinking about you in a romantic way. He might ask about your ideal partner, what you look for in a relationship, or even mention how he's looking for someone with qualities that just so happen to match yours. This is his way of subtly letting you know that you fit into his vision of a future relationship. If he ever refers to you two as a we, or talks about what life would be like if you were together, pay attention. These small comments might not seem like much at first, but they often reveal what he's really thinking. When a guy drops hints about a future together, it's usually because he's hoping it will become a reality.